Oh, and here is my little mouse, bringing me my meal for the day. I've heard tale that my name, or, well, the Mad Drake as they call me, has been in the mouths of the royal family again. Are my little brothers growing paranoid that I may burst into the throne room and just kill them? Oh, come now, sweet little servant. You always bow to me and address me as your highness, but, darling, look at me. While I may once have been the Dragon King, I'm now nothing more than a simple madman in rags, being appreciated by a sweet little mouse in chains just like mine. I think they look garish on us both, to be honest. But what is a dragon to do? I would need someone brave enough to approach me, brave enough to help me get this oh-so-pretty collar off my neck, so I can feel myself again, of course. No, little one, don't even think about it. As much as I would love my freedom, I know there are things eating my sanity little by little. Though I don't feel mad, you know. Perhaps that's what makes it so frightening for some. I just seem so damn reasonable until they do something to make me angry, of course. Oh, no, it's not you who would make me enrage. No, of course not. It's them, my sweet little friend. If I was freed, they'd run in here to kill me, and you could very well be caught in the crossfire and killed, and, well, I can't have that. Why? Well, my reasoning is rather simple. You've always treated me well in my long years of imprisonment. You talk to me reasonably. You bring me food that does not have maggots in it. You tend to me after they've beaten me for what I know. For all my crimes, for all my callous behavior and my favoritism towards pleasure, you remain. You know, I have taken so many lovers across my long life. All so much fun. Such a thrill in one way or another. Most of them trying to violently murder me after we had our night of torrid sex. You see, my appetites are quite high. Insatiable, really. I've had to use my imagination these last few years to get by. What am I saying? Well, I'm saying that I've been obsessed with you since day 3. Day 3 of my traitorous brothers sending a sweet little human down to serve the Mad Drake. Oh, just the thought of touching your skin for a moment. Oh, it seems you're frozen in place, little one. I don't mean to tease you, my dear. After all, I'll always be collared down here, only able to stare and obsess and imagine. But I bet you're beautiful, especially with all those scars, shimmering like jewels in the torchlight. You look like a porcelain figure that was broken and then mended with gold. Oh, did I make you nervous, little mouse? You think a king like me shouldn't desire a lowly servant? Well, I'm not a king anymore, am I? But even if I were, I have no doubt, in every depraved corner of my mind, that I would make you my favorite and only concubine. Now, if you'll pardon me for a moment as I partake of the meal you've brought. I would hate for all this good boar meat to go to waste. And today I'm so hungry, I think I'll be licking the blood clean off the floor. Am I trying to seduce you? Well, I suppose that depends on if it's working or not, doesn't it? Oh, your face. You are sweet. No, I should behave myself. If they find out you care for me, they'll no doubt have you killed, or worse. No, I want you to stay safe. You seem surprised that a noble, well, an ex-noble, would care more about a slave's safety than their own needs. Does that confuse you, little one? Oh yes, the meat is delicious as always. Would you care to join me? It's not the most couth way to eat, but... Oh, it seems someone was starving. Quite literally, it seems. Oh, my poor little mouse. Oh, shh, don't apologize, it's just... Anytime they punish me, I feel as though I should be angry, but all I feel is amusement. I can't explain why it's so funny that this is where it all led me, but hearing that they're harming you now... When I asked you years ago if they were hurting you, you said no. Were you lying? Oh, darling. Please take off the collar binding me here. Little mouse, if you believe me to still be the rightful king, then I am issuing this command. Take off the collar binding me here. Why? Because I intend to commit a massacre in your name, my love. I won't let them hurt you anymore, and you don't need to hide your rage from me. I know, dear, I know. You don't need to worry. You won't have to face your demons. You won't ever have to admit that you fantasize about revenge. Instead, you can just fantasize about me. I promise it will be the exact same thing, darling, because I will be your revenge. Oh, you've finally given me some motivation. And now I can finally get my glorious self up and get to work destroying everything my little brothers ever loved. But first, the collar. Oh, darling, yes, I know. It was incredibly rude of me to hide the fact that I could leave this silly little prison at any time were it not for the collar. All the other spells and wards and human sacrifices, well, it certainly made them feel better. But I just wanted somewhere to think, and a quiet place to speak to you. But if I had known they had dared to lay a hand on what is mine, I'd have done this much sooner. Don't you ever lie to me again. Oh, you're so smart to curb your desire to argue with your king. Better to simply obey and accept that you are mine, no one else's. And if I want to go to war over you, I shall. And I will expect you to be waiting in my bedchambers once I am done decimating everyone who has ever harmed you. What do you say to that? Oh, yes, my king. That is a good little mouse. Now, won't you be a love and take off this collar? Pretty, please. It's all right. Don't be scared, my dear. I'll protect you. You've trusted me for years now. Now prove yourself loyal and loving and so irresistible. Please, darling, let me burn this kingdom to the ground for you. Oh, that feels so much better. Though this mark around my neck won't fade for years, but thank you, my sweet little mouse. No one has ever trusted me like you, and I will love you until it hurts, I'm sure. Would that please you? Wonderful. Now, take my hand. There we are. Now, let's make our wedding bed in the ashes of this wicked world, shall we?